There is one job which is considered as one of the hardest jobs. No, the hardest job ever. Not a musician, not a photographer. This profession takes one's whole life to learn. This profession is parenting, and if you're good at it, your kid's gonna say this.
Okay, do you love your parents?
Yes,
Okay.
Nevertheless, being good at parenting is not easy.
Dark clouds gather and fill the sky. Don't know how to talk to you, just know how to say goodbye.
Have you actually got a driver's license? I don't think so.
Go back where you came from. Learn to speak English.
Go back where you came from.
According to Edward Lorenz, the famous American meteorologist, the butterfly effect is a concept stating that a small cause can lead to larger effects. Now, let's apply this philosophy to class Parenting 101.
Does the way your parents treat you affect your mental health significantly?
Mental health. Actually, my parents, when they were raising me and my two brothers up, everyone at that time was having a hard time in terms of, the economy. So my parents were busy, very busy with, breadwinning. So they, I remembered having so much free time on my own. But in general, I remember that my parents treated me well and they didn't affect my mental development.
Well, I wish to say no, but actually I think it affects a little bit. My father didn't hit me a lot when I was small, but I think also it's from the parents' behavior and also from the teacher's behavior. I was allowed to beat my friends when I was in grade 1 and 2. So I think it's both about parents and teachers' effects on me. That creates me a little bit kind of criminal. What is the word? What is the word there? I don't know, but sometimes I get quick-minded or quick-tempered and hot-tempered as well. So it's the way I treat my friends and also my husband and also the dogs, especially the ones I love, and my children as well. Sometimes I get very hot-tempered and I lose my mind sometimes. So I think the answer is yes to some extent.
On the children, and that's true to me.
Parenting goes much further than just changing diapers or feeding the babies. And during children's overall development, it is important that their parents are there to support them. Because most of the time, parents make us who we are.
Have you ever got hurt by your parents' behaviors?
Rarely. When they were too busy, and I think when they were stressed by the work themselves, and if I misbehaved, and they would scold me, and even sometimes beat me physically.
Most parents do, yeah, that's inevitable, but that's just like to some point that it's too bad until you get depressed or something, and or it just okay, it just a little bit hurts, something that it's like it depends. Yeah.
In relationships, we also learn a lot from our parents. We try to fix their mistakes. We try not to hurt our partners the way they did.
How many relationships have you had until now?
You mean romantic relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seriously, I have two. It must be good at first, then we will get involved in it. And the first relationship was kind of good, but I was very innocent at that time. And I think at that time was a little bit controlled. But then I get out of it. And in my relationship with my second boyfriend, which is my husband now, and we have quite an equal one. And he respects me, never hurt me. I hit him many times. He really respects me. That's it.
So
it's great.
yeah, yes. So during those relationships, do you ever think that the way you treat your partner is affected by the way your parents treat you, or the way your parents treat each other? Like from the
I think my personality is formed both from my parents' education, from my self-education, and from the environment. There are many things I am not taught. I was not taught at school or by anyone, but I concluded it by myself and by my parents' behaviors. People often say that what parents teach the children is not as important as what they do and what the children can observe from their parents' behaviors. So I didn't remember at the time, but until now I always try to respect people, respect the differences that we have, and try to show empathy and understanding to other people, although sometimes we have conflict. But except for my beloved ones, then still I lose my mind sometimes. But I still try to be calm. Yeah. I think I have good reasoning, but emotion sometimes win.
Thế thì bạn có bao giờ nghĩ rằng cái cách mà bạn đối xử với cả người yêu mình ấy bị chịu ảnh hưởng lớn từ bố mẹ không? Cách bố mẹ đối xử với nhau ấy. Thế các bạn nữ thì sao?
Mình nghĩ thực ra là cách mà mình đối xử bạn ấy phần nhiều thì là do là cái cách mà mình yêu mà mẹ chưa làm được với người bố, thường thì là như thế chứ không phải là những gì mẹ đã làm được.
I just feel like very great not being in a relationship, like because I have like great friends around me, and somehow I have never like found some kind of great person who is very suitable for me. So it's just like because of me, I choose to not be in a relationship, not my parents affecting me or something.
No matter what happens, no matter how strict our parents seem to be, they all love us in their own ways. Maybe sometimes it is pretty hard to realize. However, they love us, that's for sure. Parents are learning anyway.
From the perspective of a parent, do you think that your child is having a healthy psychological development?
I hope so. I hope so, because I still remember the effects of my parents' bad behavior towards me. I understand why they did so, but now after reading a lot of materials and articles, and I always try to control myself, but sometimes of course it got out of control, and after that I felt guilty. But I think in general I'm trying my best to provide my son with an education, an environment, a home education that can help you develop psychologically.
Okay. So I think
by talking to him after all those events, listening to him and giving him a chance to justify for the reasons, like the reasons why he did so and so, and we exchange and we try. I let him find out the solution himself. So I hope that by doing such things that I can help him be more self-disciplined and be critical as well.
You? It's the same, it's different. I learn from what they did to me, and I learn not to do what they did to me. For example, my mother never hit me or never scouted at me. And she said that if I break something and even she scolded at me, then I cannot mend the problems. The broken bowls can never be healed, never be mended. So I try to use that method to teach my children. However, I think the way my mother loves me and still loves me now is a little bit too unconditional, which means she does almost everything for me, especially my brother. She never asked my brother to do anything. I kind of housework, and there's a big difference between women's chores and men's chores in my family, but I try to change that because I can see that it is such a disadvantage, and I see the difference between my brother and my husband. My husband is willing to do every kind of housework and share, and he never said that it is he who is helping me, but we are sharing, and it is our responsibilities that we share the chores. And he would never say that, okay, I will help you, but I would do this, I would do that, and you do that, and another thing, for example. So I try to change that with my kids. They will have to do all the chores equally, despite being girls or boys. Yeah, so as I say, learn what they did and learn from what they did and didn't do.
So, from the perspective of a parent, do you think that your child is having a healthy psychological development?
Yeah, kind of healthy, but still I have quick temper sometimes, so I try to change that. I scolded them sometimes for not being obedient. I know that it's not right, but as a mother, you have a lot of tasks to do. Sometimes you lose your mind. But the thing is, I think I should respect myself. That is, I did something wrong. Everyone can do something wrong, but I recognize it, and I have the tendency to change that, and I think it's a good way already. And I think that my kids are lucky to have me and my husband as their parents, because we try to listen to them, being their friends, and we kind of have very different way of looking at education, for example, very different from other parents. other parents tend to give their children early education, like using Glenn domain or teaching English very early to their children. But we don't have that kind of philosophy in teaching them. We think that childhood is for playing and enjoying their time. So I also ask my husband to spend more time with my kids because, you know, we have a lot of chances in the future to make money, but the childhood is only happens once in a lifetime, only for 4 or 5 years. So we can make money, we can lose money. It's very easy, but if our children don't have a childhood, then they will never have it again.
Everything that we do, the way we love, the way we make friends, the way we talk, and even the way we walk. When in doubt, or even when relaxed, eventually all of them will lead to something.